This is Asif Beg, Assistant Professor, Civil Engineering Department, Tulsiram Ji Gaikwad Patil College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. Today we will discuss the topic three-moment theorem, which is given by the Clapeyron's, also called as Clapeyron's theorem, under the subject Structural Analysis 1. The subject is in the 4th semester of Civil Engineering Department under RTMT Nagpur University. Now, in this three-moment theorem or Clapeyron's theorem, we can determine the unknowns of the consecutive continuous beam. If you consider the beam of having two span, length L1 and L2 consist of any type of loading. I am drawing here on span AB a UDL of having W kN per meter, and on span BC concentrated point force at center of W kilonewton. So for this continuous beam, we have to draw unknown by using this three-moment theorem. So according to three-moment theorem, this unknown can be determined by the equation MA L1 by I1 plus MB L1 by I1 plus L2 by I2 plus MC L2 by I2 is equals to minus 6 A1 X1 bar divided by L1 I1 minus 6 A2 X2 bar divided by L2 I2, where this MA, MB and MC are the moment at A, B and C support, where this L1 and L2 are the length of this span respectively AB and BC, where this I1 and I2 are the moment of inertia of span AB and BC respectively, and the A1 and A2 are the area of the bending moment diagram of AB span and BC span. So how we have to calculate this area? For this given loading, we have to draw the bending moment diagram, and that looking into the bending moment diagram, we have to calculate the area of that particular bending moment diagram. And this X1 bar and X2 bar are the CG, that is center of gravity of the particular bending moment diagram of the respective loading. So to determine this, to determine the unknown of this, so now this X1 bar and X2 bar are the center of gravity CG of the bending moment diagram of the respective loading. So suppose we have this continuous beam of having UDL at AB span and center point load at BC span, and if you draw this, draw the bending moment diagram of this one, the bending moment diagram of AB will be in the parabolic shape, and the bending moment diagram of this concentrated point load will be in the triangle shape. So this is the value of the bending moment is WL by 4, and the bending moment of UDL is WL square by 8. So the area of this bending moment diagram is nothing but the A1. Area of this bending moment diagram of BC span is A2, and X1 bar is the CG of this bending moment diagram from the left support. This is X1 bar, and for second span we have to consider the CG from the right support. So this will be the X2 bar. So for calculating this, the unknown of this consecutive beam through three-moment theorem, we must know about this equation, and we must know about the area and the CG of the particular bending moment diagram. So the very first things which we have to learn in this particular unit is to know about the area of the respective bending moment diagram and the CG from left side and the right side of the support. Okay, so we will see that things first. So before solving any numerical in this three moment theorem, we will see the standard cases of the bending moment diagram according to their load condition, and we will see the area of that particular diagram and the center of gravity from the left side and the right side. So very first case is a beam subjected to central point load. So beam is subjected to central point load having load W. This one is L by 2. This one is L by 2 if the length of the beam is L, A and B. So the bending moment diagram will be the first degree curve. The magnitude will be below the load and the bending moment will be WL by 4. Now the area of this triangle is half base into height, and the CG will act exactly at the center, and the CG will be L by 2 from left side as well as L by 2 from right side. Okay. Now we will see the second case. A beam subjected to uniformly distributed load. So a beam which I am drawing of support A and B carries a UDL uniformly distributed load of W kilonewton per meter having length 10. So the bending moment diagram will be second degree curve and the magnitude will be WL square by 8. Now, due to symmetry in the diagram, the CG from both the sides left and right, the CG will be again this L by 2 and L by 2, and area of this diagram will be 2/3 of B into H, where B is nothing but this length and H is nothing but this magnitude. So in H we have to put this value WL square by 8. Similarly, in the case of triangle, at this value H we have to put the value of that area of triangle, the value of magnitude WL by 4. Okay. Now we will move to the third case. Now third case is a beam subjected to eccentric point load. If beam A and support A and B carry the eccentric point load of W at a distance of A from A, small a from A support and small b from B support. So the bending moment diagram will be again this first degree curve. Maximum value will be below the load, and the value of this bending moment will be WAB by L. Now CG will be changed as this diagram is not in symmetry. So from left side it will be L plus A by 3, and from B supporter from the right side it will be L plus B by 3. Okay. Now the area of this diagram will be, as this is triangle, so this will be half base into height, where base B is nothing but total length of this beam, that is A plus B, and this H we have to put this value WAB by L. Okay, so because this is nothing but H. Okay, we will move to the third standard case. Okay, so the fourth case is a beam subjected to clockwise moment. So the beam AB is having clockwise moment. This clockwise moment which is situated at A distance from A support and B distance from B support. So the moment diagram will be drawn like this. So this is which I have drawn. The diagram is correct, but as per the location of this, we must draw like this. Okay, so this magnitude must be equal to moment A divided by L, moment B divided by L, if this moment is L. Okay, so this is the negative side and this is the positive. Now, what will happen if this moment is acting exactly at the center of this beam? So what will happen? The moment, half of the moment will be act on this side and half of the moment will be act on this side. So the value will be m by 2 at top side and m by 2 at the bottom side. Okay. So this is the condition for the clockwise side, the clockwise moment. And if this moment is acting in anti-clockwise direction, so the A side will be the positive one and B side will be the negative one. So these things which we have to remember while doing the calculation under this method, three moment theorem. Now we will go for the numerical. So we will see the Clapeyron's theorem of this consecutive beam of having span AB and BC. Span AB consists of uniformly distributed load over the span of 4 meter of magnitude 40 kN per meter, and BC span consists of central point load 100 kN at 6 meter span. Okay, so this will be 3 meter from B and 3 meter from C. The span AB is having the moment of inertia I and span BC is having the moment of inertia 2I. So very first step is to draw the bending moment diagram for these two loading conditions. So for very first we are having the uniformly distributed load, so we will draw second degree curve. If you calculate the magnitude of this bending moment, so the value is W L square by 8, and if you put this value of W here, that is 40, and value of L, that is 4, we will get the value 80 kilonewton meter. So this 80 kilonewton meter is the magnitude of this bending moment diagram, and which is to be used in the calculation of area of this bending moment diagram as H. Okay, now we have to draw the bending moment diagram for this BC. So this BC is having the central point load of 100 kilonewton. So 100 into 6 divided by L, WL by 4. The value of this bending moment diagram is WL by 4. So W is, we know, that is 100. The value of L we know, that is 6. So the value of this is 150 kilonewton meter. So this is what we have to calculate. Okay. Now area 1, area 2 we will calculate. In the calculation of area 1 and area 2 we will use this value of WL by 4 for second diagram 150 as a H value, and 80 for this 80 we will use in the area 1 calculation as H value. Okay. Now for calculation of CG, for x1 we are calculating from left side and x2 we will calculate from right side of the second diagram. Okay, so these things which we have to calculate. So first we will apply the three moment theorem. Applying three moment theorem on span ABC. So what is the three moment theorem? MA L1 divided by I1 plus twice MB L1 divided by I1 plus L2 divided by I2 plus MC L2 divided by I2 is equals to minus 6 A1 x1 bar divided by L1 I1 minus 6 A2x2 divided by L2I2. Now this is what the three moment equation, in which what is unknown to us, the value of A1 x1 bar, A2 x2 bar, the value of MA, MB and MC. What is given to us? The value of L1 we know, the value of L2 we know, the value of I1, this is given in the numerical itself, and the value of I2, this is also given in the numerical itself. So what we have to calculate from this? We have to calculate area 1, area 2, x1 bar and x2. Now what is we have to consider while calculation this? We have to consider what is unknown in this equation. So unknown is only the moment B. Why? Because moment A and moment C will be 0 because it is acting at the end support. Okay, so moment A due to this end continuous support and moment C at C support due to this end support, this moment will become 0. So this moment will be 0. Only unknown is moment B. So this moment B which we have to calculate. Okay. So first we will calculate the area 1. So area 1 is for this bending moment diagram of first span, which consists of UDL. So area we have seen 2/3 of B into H. Okay. So 2/3, the value of B is 4 and the value of H is 80. So the area is 213.33. The unit will be kilonewton meter square. Why this kilonewton meter square? Because this 80 is in kilonewton meter. So kilonewton meter into meter, it will be kilonewton meter square. Okay. Now area 2 will be 1/3 base into height. Sorry, half base into height. So 1/2 into base is 6 meter and height is 150. So if you calculate this, so this will be 150 divided by 275 into 6. So this will be equals to 75 into 6, 150 into 3. This will be 450 kilonewton meter. Now what will be the value of x1 and x2 in this? So x1 if you calculate from left side for the first diagram, this one. So this, as this diagram is symmetric, so this will be L by 2, that is 4 by 2. So 4 by 2, that is 2 meter. And value of x2 will be, this is which we are calculating from right side. And as this diagram is symmetric, so this will be 6 by 2, that is 3 meter. So this is what the value which we have calculated. We have to put this value into this equation. We have to calculate the moment B. So as moment B we have to calculate. So this will become 0. This will become 0. So only remaining value will be twice MB. L1 we know that is 4 divided by I1, that is I, single I, plus L2 we know 6 divided by 2I, the value of I2 is 2I, is equals to minus 6 into value of A1 is 213.33 into x1 is 2 divided by L1 I1, that is 4 into I, minus 6 into 450 into 3 divided by 6I. So if you calculate this value, this I will cancel with this I. Okay, and if you calculate all this value, we will get the value of NB, which is equals to the value will be minus 93.92 kilonewton. So by taking this moment B, we have to draw the final bending moment diagram. So the final bending moment diagram will be like this. We have to combine this free bending moment diagram with that support bending moment diagram. So free bending moment diagram, first we will draw. This is 80, this is 150. Already we have calculated. This is 80. And moment A will be 0. So we are drawing here 0. Moment C is 0. moment B is having value minus 93.92. So we will draw above the line. So 93 will be like this, and we will join this. Okay, so this is what the 93.92 moment. So this which we have calculated. So for this extra known, we have used this extra equation other than 3 equilibrium equation. This equation is from Clapeyron's theorem or 3 moment theorem. So this is what the numerical which we have calculated of 2 consecutive beam. In the next lecture we will see what happened and how to calculate the 3 consecutive beam and how we have to calculate the unknowns in it. Okay, thank you very much.